Walaikum. Now, what we said was the value of the multiplier. I have already explained what is multiplier. Now, explaining the value, how do we detect multiplier was to find out the equilibrium condition. Now, the equilibrium condition for a multiplier is generally written as capital Y equals capital C plus I, Y equals C naught plus BY plus I, where Y is income, C is consumption, B is marginal propensity to consume, Y is the income, and I is investment. So when we solve this, we get the value of the Y equal to C naught plus I naught, that is consumption, plus investment divided by 1 minus B. What is 1 minus B? It is the marginal propensity to save. Now, if there is an autonomous chain in investment, if, I have said if, so when we say if, it means other things remaining the same. Ceteris paribus, the change in the equilibrium level of income is delta Y, change in Y equals to change in investment delta I divided by 1 minus B. The value of the multiplier is derived by dividing change in Y by delta I. So how do we get this thing? We say delta Y divided by delta I equals 1 over 1 minus B. Now, delta Y over delta I equals 1 over 1 minus B, and this is equal to the multiplier. And multiplier, as I said before also, it is being denoted by small k subscript E. Now, from this equation, that is 1 over 1 minus B equal to k, it basically shows that the value of the multiplier depends upon B. The value of the multiplier depends upon B, the marginal propensity to consume, which I have explained it in the beginning. This dependency is positive. Why? As the marginal propensity to consume increases, the value of the multiplier, KE, small ke, increases and falls as the marginal propensity to consume decreases in value. To repeat, now, how do we find out the value of the multiplier? This is just the repetition of it, what I've said so far. The value of the multiplier is equal to delta Y, change in income, over change in investment. That's it, delta Y over delta I, which is equal to 1 over 1 minus B. 1 over 1 minus B, in other words, is the value of the multiplier. As I said before, the value of the multiplier is generally written as small k subscript E. Now, in words, this equation basically shows that the value of the multiplier depends upon B, the marginal propensity to consume. This dependency is positive. Why? Because the marginal propensity to consume increases the value of the multiplier KE, increases and falls as the MPC decreases in value. Now, another example, a simple another example. The value of the multiplier can be used as a shortcut method. What? As a shortcut method for determining the equilibrium level of income, because we said that it basically deals with the equilibrium level of income. So we say it is a shortcut method for determining the equilibrium level of income. So equilibrium occurs. Where does equilibrium occur? By now you should be knowing that. Y, capital Y, equals C subscript naught plus I naught. That is, income equals consumption plus investment divided by 1 minus B. Or in other words, we can say y equals 1 over 1 minus b into bracket में c naught plus I naught bracket closed. Why? Since ke, the multiply, is equal to 1 minus b, an equilibrium occurs where, now, at least you should know by now, where it is going to occur. Can anyone answer? No, right. Equilibrium occurs where Y, capital Y, income equals multiplier small k subscript e into bracket start करें C naught plus I naught bracket closed. Is it clear or not? By now, you should know what is marginal propensity to save, what is marginal propensity to consume, what is multiplier, how do we derive a multiplier, how we derive an equilibrium level of income, why do we term it as a shortcut method for determining the level of income. This portion I have done with you, but I'll do it again. Right, I'll go very slow. Dynamic multipliers. There are different types of multiplier. One is the value of multiplier. Now we say the dynamic multiplier. In the beginning of our lectures, we said dynamics and static, comparative static. Now, this portion is being calculated under the changing condition. That's why we term it as a dynamic. So we say dynamic multipliers. With the help of the dynamic multiplier, we analyze the, or we focus, or let me put it in another way. We analyze the multiplier under dynamic rather than comparative static conditions. Comparative static conditions are the condition where we are stationary. Dynamic under the change. The change may be 1 year lag, 2 year lag, 3 year lag. Time period is generally denoted by small t. So if it is 1 year lag, so we say t minus 1. If it is 2 year lag, we say t minus 2 and so on. So in dynamics, the focus is on time, as I said before. The focus is on time, change, the period. And therefore, on the process of change, there must be a lag structure. As I've already explained, what is a lag structure? Lag structure means 1 year after or 1 year before. If we say 1 year after, then it is t plus 1. If we say 1 year before, when we say t minus 1. So lag structure between the dependent and independent variable, and here to be a dynamic process of change. I think this is enough for you today. In my next lecture, I'll be taking about the, or I'll be talking about the 3-sector economy. Now, so far what we did was 2-sector economy, that is household sector and the business sector. And this was in the case of a 2-sector model, that is a household sector. In the next case, as I in the beginning, we said, when we draw a model to remove complexities, we took four sectors: household sector, business sector, government sector, and international sector. Now, in my next lecture, I'll be explaining the 3-sector model. That is to say, along with the household and business sector, I'll also include the government sector. And you must be knowing it also that the basic function of the government is to impose taxes. So for time being, this is enough for you. So what I say, please go through any good book, any good material, which is simple to you, which can be followed by you. and study the multiplier to our two-sector model. Now, under the two-sector model multiplier, marginal propensity to consume, marginal propensity to save, the multiplying effect of autonomous change in aggregate spending, but go diagrammatically also. Explain it diagrammatically also, as I said, that we can explain it on a two-dimensional diagram. And we said consumption function always lies above x-axis. Why? Because economics tells us other things remaining the same, whatever the level of income is, even at a zero level of income, some consumption is going to take place. After that, you find out that how you calculate the value. The value of what? The value of multiplier. I've already given you the equations for it. And then we have got another multiplier, and that is known as a dynamic multipliers, because we study under the dynamic condition. Dynamic condition means that there should be a lag structure under the changing condition, not under the stationary condition. If we say comparative static, it means that we assume everything constant. But here we are not assuming constant, but we are considering the lag structure. Clear so far? So far, what you do is you go through any good book, any good material. The material, if my material is not easier to you for to follow, please do study it from any other good book. There are a lot of material available in any good book, whether it's a bachelor's book, whether it's a master's book, whether it's an MPhil book, or you can go and straight away check it from the net. A lot of lectures are available by the different professors of the different universities. Clear? Thank you. This is enough for today.
سر
Thank you
السلام
very
علیکم
much.
سر. بات کرنی ہے سر آپ سے.
جی جی
سر میرا نام فیضان خان ہے, فرسٹ سیمسٹر کا اسٹوڈنٹ ہوں.
جی جی
سر پہلی بات تو یہ, پچھلی ویک جو آپ نے لیکچر لیا تھا ان کے نوٹس ہمیں چاہیے نا.
نوٹس تو بیٹا یہ میں نے ابھی لیکچر اپلوڈ کیا ہوا ہے, تو یہ لیکچر کوآرڈینیٹرز اپلوڈ کریں گے.
جی.
یہ میرا
اور
لیکچر
سر
جو ہے وہ ڈائریکٹلی نوٹس میں سے ہی ہے, نوٹس میں سے ہی میں پڑھا رہا ہوں. فیضان آپ اس
سر
میں
تو
گھبرائیں نہیں, کوئی سی کتاب پڑھ لیں. اور جو میرے پہلا کا لیکچر ہے اور آج کا لیکچر ہے, وہ انہوں نے مجھے
جی جی
کہا
سر.
ہے کہ آپ آرام سے بولیں, اردو میں بولیں, انگلش میں بولیں. زیادہ تر میں انگلش بولتا ہوں, اردو بولتا ہوں, کیونکہ دیر آر ٹیکنیکل ورڈز, اس کے لیے میں اردو نہیں یوز کر سکتا. تو وہ یہ لیکچرز اپلوڈ کریں گے. اگر اپلوڈ پہ بھی سمجھ آپ کو نہیں آتی تو مجھ سے کسی نہ کسی طریقے سے کانٹیکٹ کریں. کلیئر بیٹا؟
جی سر, لیکن جو پوائنٹس جو آپ سنا رہے ہیں اگر وہ اسکرین پر آ جائے
اسکرین
تو
پہ
سر
نہیں
وہ
آ سکتا نا,
بہتر ہوگا.
اسکرین پہ آ ہی نہیں سکتا, یہ زوم لیکچر ہے.
ہاں یہ تو ہوتا ہے, لیکن پچھلے ویک میں سر نے جو دوسرا سر ہے اس نے مطلب سلائیڈز بنائے تھے اس طرح, تو
ایسے
اسی
کریں,
وجہ سے.
پہلے پرانے اسٹوڈنٹس دیکھ لیں جنہوں نے یہ کورس کیا ہوا ہے, ان سے مٹیریل لے لیں. اگر میں سلائیڈز دے دوں گا تو سلائیڈز آپ کو کلیئر نہیں ہوں گے, کیونکہ یہ بہت ٹیکنیکل ہے اور ہر جگہ فارمولا اپلائی ہوتا ہے. اور اس سے گھبرائیں نہیں, بالکل نہ گھبرائیں. آئی ایم اویلیبل اینی ٹائم فار یو. انشاءاللہ اٹ ول بی گڈ فار یو. تھینک یو سر.
جی سر, تھینک یو سر. لیکن نوٹس یہ پوائنٹس ہمیں آنے چاہیے, ہمیں تو ابھی کچھ نہیں نوٹ کیا ہے.
نہیں دیکھیں بیٹا, میں صاف صاف کہہ رہا ہوں کہ آپ لکھیں. میں ریپیٹ کر رہا ہوں, دوبارہ میں کہہ رہا ہوں کہ نوٹس لکھیں. جب میرا نیکسٹ لیکچر ہوگا تو آپ اپنے پاس کاپی اور پینسل رکھ لیں. تو کاپی اور پینسل رکھ لیں, جو مین پوائنٹس ہوں گے وہ میں انشاءاللہ آپ کو ڈکٹیشن کے فارم میں بھی دے دوں گا. کلیئر ہے بیٹا؟
پہلے والے سینڈ کرتے, پھر ہم نیکسٹ سے ہم ریٹرن
چلیں
کریں.
میں کوشش کرتا ہوں نا کہ کس طریقے سے سینڈ کر دوں.
اگر ایک گروپ بنا دے واٹس ایپ کا تو بہتر
بیٹا
ہوگا.
وہ میرے لیے مشکل ہوگا, کیونکہ اس میں زیادہ تر فارمولاز انوالوڈ ہیں, ڈائیگرامز انوالوڈ ہیں, تو وہ میرے لیے مشکل ہو جاتا ہے. میں تو اسی لیے بار بار اردو میں انگلش میں بھی ایکسپلین کرتا ہوں اور ساتھ ساتھ کہتا ہوں کہ یہ مٹیریل اگر آپ کو مشکل ملے کسی اور بک سے پڑھیں. تھینک یو بیٹا, تھینک
اوکے.
یو.